So I have what can be described as like a philosophical mind. Hopefully, for those that are non-philosophical, that gets across. It kind of sucks sometimes, because in a moment in which I might be thinking about like, oh wow, like what do I make of the passing of time, right? And I just sit there thinking about it, and eventually a thought just barges in, and it's like, dude, time's passing. What are you trying to figure out? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long humanity has been alive. Like, I've heard 100,000 years, I've heard 200,000 years, I've heard 300,000 years. I've also read the Bible. I don't even know how to think about reality. I don't know what framework of mind to posit myself in to make sure that I'm like, okay, this is going to give me the most honest overview. Like, sometimes I like to think that, we're just a whole bunch of a bundle of cells just trying to figure it out, right? But then I'm able as a human to recognize a separate bundle of cells, you know? It's like, dude, you fucking idiot. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to reconcile that because it's like, who am I? Who am I to make this judgment about this other bundle of cells? And then here comes another thought barging in. It's like, well, you've read some books, you've listened to some very seemingly intellectual, intelligent, well-studied individuals, maybe you know a thing or two. But life doesn't work that way, does it? People just pop out of the try not to cuss, the mud, you know what I'm saying? They just zoom, I'm here, and I got some ideas. It's like, oh, Jesus. Whatever you have to say quietly, because we already got what we got going on. And I say we like I'm part of the people making decisions. There's so many ways to break down reality, and it's just, I don't even know what my role is. Like, who am I? What am I doing here? What I got going on? I'll tell you what though, I think about pussy a lot. I avoid it because I want to stay, structured in life, and I want to do something meaningful and be responsible. I want to commit to the progression of society and of humanity. But again, all that being said, I like to swim. But philosophy, man. I don't even know what it's all about. What are we supposed to be discussing? What are we talking about? What are we trying to figure out? People have been applying philosophy to AI. That's important. We got to figure out how we want to think about AI. That's all philosophy is, discussion of how to think. What framework of mind are we using to approach the world? AI, man, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna go on that tangent. Mostly because I don't even know too much all about it. So anything in which I say will probably be like just so lackluster. Like, I'm not gonna be adding to anything. I'm just that's on fire, and I'll just be adding fuel. Hopefully, the people involved in that figure that shit out, and we course correct humanity. We get back on track to what we're supposed to be doing. But I don't know. I was just talking to someone today at work, and it was a woman. And I was just talking to her about like our proclivity to, especially my generation. I'm 24 years old. Our proclivity to just indulge in sexual acts willingly, without ignorance, understanding the outcomes and the conclusions of what might prevail from such acts. It's like, that's exactly why Trump is in office. Like, we're too distracted, dude. Everyone's distracted by themselves, by their individuality. We need to lock in, focus in on the community. We need to make sure that we're actually pointing towards the right direction. Somebody please lift up a compass. If we don't correct this, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be a bad ending. Part of me already sees the credits starting to roll. I hope not though. But yeah, I'm done with my rant. I'm done with my expounding of personality and perspective. So hopefully I'm out of here. Not pretty soon, but soon enough to the point where I live long, but also don't run into any, totalitarian government. Leave that shit to my son.